Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the long-awaited hair journey video. I actually have a special guest directing this video. My niece Kaylin is here. It is actually Bring Your Child to Work Day, Kid to Work Day. So she's helping me film this video. So I thought this would be fun. I think we will both have a couple of little giggles with each other. So this video has been, I feel like, long awaited. Okay, I have had so many hair colors, haven't I? Just like every hair color under the sun. I thought it would be fun in today's video to just like reminisce on everything and even show you guys some hair before YouTube and have a couple little laughs about that. So if you guys are interested in seeing the journey, then just keep watching. This is the first image I'm going to show you guys. You wanna come take a look at it, Kay? Are you laughing at me? She's freaking laughing at me. Okay, so this is the first image I have to show you guys. This is me in 2007. Okay, listen, the microphone is picking up your giggles. She is laughing hard. I was in love with Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance, and he at the time had bleached the back half of his head, and his was red. And I originally, like, I was gonna go red, but then I was like, oh, I actually really like the blonde. This was like MySpace, which you guys didn't live through, Kay. Kay's 14, by the way. MySpace, just like in the peak of it days. Yeah, like there's not much I can say here. I have snake bite piercings. I looked, what would you say, Kaylin? I looked interesting, yeah? Okay, so this was my like Gerard Way, My Chemical Romance hair, and I just want to get this off the screen as fast as I can. We are going to quickly jump to February of the same year. Again, I need to just say this is 2007, you guys. This is the same hair, but I dyed it blue. I actually put like this teal hair dye in it. I remember that because my hair was yellow, it like faded to this horrible green. I ended up like not really wanting to have the exact Gerard Way red hair, but
Did he dye it like bluish greenish too?
Did he have it blue-green?
His roots were.
Oh. See, I don't know. This was so long ago. This is 2007, like it's 2019, but yeah. I also had 4 lip piercings. If you guys have ever noticed my scars on my lips, this is called double snake bites. Mom, why you let me do this? 2007 was a year. Let's hop quickly to January of 2008. So I remember in 2007, the end of the year, I actually ended up dyeing my hair back to brown. And I guess clearly I got bored of that because I ended up bleaching my hair. And if you can't tell from this photo, I bleached my hair. I knew nothing about hair, and my roots lifted to like this bright yellow and the rest of it was like dark brown, which is horrible, but I took a selfie with it. So clearly I didn't think it was that horrible. But anyways, that was January 2008. And then we jumped to this photo, which is actually from October. So like the end of 2008. Basically, my hair looks exactly like it does now. I think that's when I ended up going to, I had bleached my hair myself, like everyone does when they're 14.
Haven't done it.
Well, that's because you have an aunt that's a hairdresser, luckily. But anyways, like think about when your friends have bleached their hair. I ended up going to a hairdresser and they ended up fixing it, and I ended up getting this like exactly the hair I have right now, if we're being honest. I had this hair for a couple of years, so we're gonna hop next to August of 2010. So 2010 was the year I found hair extensions actually. And I'm really happy I did because I really liked them. I think it looked really nice. But my hair just was basically my roots, and then it was sort of just a bit lighter on the ends. It was sort of like this brownish sort of ombre. And then I have this photo this was about December 2010. This one kind of shows it a little bit better. It's the same hair. So May 2013, this was the start. This was the start of all the hair color transformation. I really wanted lilac hair, so I had one of my friends help me bleach my hair, and yeah, I ended up having purple hair, basically lilac hair, if you will. So that was May. So fast forward to June, I had pink hair. This is the first time that I dyed my hair pastel, so I didn't film this. I wasn't a YouTuber at this time. I wanted to have this hair color, and I had watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and I kind of taken like one thing from each of the videos I had watched, and I thought like, okay, wow, I've taken something from sort of all of these videos. Maybe I should make my own video. Not to be a YouTuber, I just thought maybe it will help people who are trying to go pastel. But then you'll notice in July of 2013, I dyed my hair back to brown. I don't know. I was bored and I just wanted to have my brown hair back. So I only had pastel hair for I think like 2 months. Then December 2013 rolls around and I go, why did I dye my hair brown? I loved it. Now I want silver hair. No one had silver hair. No one had gray hair. Like, I mean, people did, but they were old. Like, this just wasn't a thing. There was no like tutorial on how to do this. There was no gray hair dye. There were no videos. None. So I actually ended up filming the how to get silver hair video in December of 2013. This is the video. I filmed this in my mom's basement. I actually think you were there. Weren't you there, Leelyn? Yeah, I think you were. Well, when I was bleaching my hair, you were there like pressing the button for me because I had like bleach all over my hands. So yeah, there's this tutorial. I mean, if you haven't seen, I have a reacting to this video on my channel. I will link that in the down bar. I won't spoil it. I won't say anything about the video here. But yeah, I ended up dyeing my hair silver, and to this date, this is my most watched YouTube video ever, my how to get silver hair tutorial. January 2014, I had been doing silver hair for a while and then the silver had faded and it was blonde underneath. So I ended up just having blonde hair for a couple months. I think I had it all of January and then I was sort of bored of the blonde and I was like, why don't I try my hand at pink hair? So, May 2014, I dyed my hair pink. This was love at first sight. Honestly, I loved the pink hair. I especially loved this era of pink hair because it was so light, so pastel, so sort of like warmy salmon color. I loved this video. It turned out so good. And this started my love of pink hair. The only problem with this hair was that I had some like yellow banding at the top of my roots. And so I was sort of like, well, how do I cover this up? Like, what do I do with this? I wasn't a hairdresser. I was just doing my best. So in, I believe it was September of 2014, I ended up doing like a root smudge and I basically just smudged some of my natural hair color down and that just covered up the banding and it was pretty simple. And then I thought, well, I'll just grow my roots out because that was like a time where that like grown out root look was like really cool. I ended up doing the pink purple dip dye. I still had the root smudge in this video, you'll see, but I knew that I was like coming to the end of like, I really wasn't in love with this. I believe I did this mostly on hair extensions. So I did rock this for a while, but it was on a set of hair extensions and I think I ended up like getting rid of that set. You'll notice that in between hair colors, there's a lot of back to pink. I always came back to my roots. Like pink was just my thing. So after the purple dip dye, I went back to pink and then I wanted to have mint hair. It was such a drastic change for me because I felt like I had been on and off pink for a while and I was like, all right, mint hair. I'm not kidding you. I had this mint hair for like 2 days. Like I was like, nope, this is not for me. I'm glad I got the tutorial done. The tutorial was really fun. Looking back, did the mint hair look really good? Yes. Was it a bit like green? Yes. Would I have wanted it more like minty teal? Yes. But it was really cute and I thought it turned out really good. That was November 2014 that we did the mint hair. And then I went back to pink. Like literally 2 days, okay? I had this hair. I think I had it like a night and a day. And then I literally was like back to pink. And this is like why my hair was so damaged. Like you can have these fun hair colors, but at the time I was just so indecisive that I was bleaching, bleach. And that was the issue. Like now I obviously lighten my hair, but it's healthy because I did it very slowly over a long period of time. In April 2015, I decided to transform my hair again and I did a pastel blue dip dye. I just did the ends and you'll notice I didn't do very much of the pastel blue in my ends because I was like scared. Again, I was just like, do I want this forever? I'm really bad at commitment in the hair department. Fast forward to July 2015. Okay, I had pink hair and I remember like it was time that I had to get a brand new set of tape and extensions. I had to get my roots done and whenever I would get my roots done, it honestly would like bleach out most of the hair dye that was in my hair because my hair was not very long. I basically wanted to try my hands at pastel blue hair. Did I really think that I was gonna like it because it's such a drastic change from pink? But anyways, the cool thing was I dyed my hair with this pastel blue color and it actually, because there was so much pink still under, it had this like amazing like blue, purpley, like dreamy mermaid, like watercolor hair. It actually turned out really pretty and like everyone loved it, but it was like impossible to upkeep because it was just like a happy accident with like the purple and the blue. It was really beautiful hair, but I went back to pink. December 2015, I was like, oh, I miss my silver hair. This was when silver hair was like so popular. Everyone was having silver hair and everybody had these like white silver bobs, and I was like, I want a white silver bob. During Vlogmas of 2015, I got my friend to bleach my hair and I had a silver bob. As you can imagine, like all of these other hair colors that I've tried, I was not happy with this silver bob. Silver on me, it washed me out. It made me look super pale. It made me look like I hadn't seen the sun in years. I couldn't wear all the same like lip colors. I literally had to like switch everything. So I don't think the silver bob stayed around too long. December, January, February, March. So maybe like 4 or 5 months I had this silver bob for, and I regret it so much because silver is such a hard thing with like banding and yellow and toning and upkeep. It was just like, it's like one of the hardest colors to upkeep. So I ended up going back to pink. April 2016, again, I had pink for a couple months and I was ready for another change. This is what happens. I need the change, but I go back to pink. Then I get bored of the pink and I change, and then I go back to pink. This is how it all worked, and it's funny to see it kind of like jotted down, and because I'm like, wow, Tasha, really? Like, this is why your hair was so damaged, because you always went back to pink. One of Kaylin's favorite of my hairs was the teal lilac half and half head, and I love this. It was like exactly what I needed. It like jump started my confidence. I felt so good. Content was rolling in. I was filming a lot of videos. This actually ended up fading to the most beautiful mint lilac combination, and I loved it so much. It was a pain because the purple did fade to like basically like a white blonde, whereas the teal was like stained green, and it was so hard to get the green out. Though this is the first time I didn't go back to pink. But this is when I decided to do sunset hair. I had a collaboration with Sally Beauty and I was like, let's do something crazy. So we did the sunset hair. I think that was like 5 colors in total. It was beautiful. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done. Imagine doing this to yourself. Like bleach blonde hair, and the first color you pick is like the darkest, like almost black purple. It was so hard not to get it everywhere. It had taken me like 5 or 6 hours. I remember crying because I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, it took forever. It obviously in the video looked like it was like super easy and whatever, but it was really hard, especially when you can't see the back of your head. And I did this all myself. It was one of the hardest to date hairstyles I've ever done. Would I do it again? No. So that was June 2016. We had the sunset hair, and I had that actually for quite a while. September of 2016, I did a blue color melt. It was mostly on extensions, but again, I did this like blue color from Sally Beauty, and at the ends there was like this really dark navy color. So I remember I rocked that as a bob for a couple months there. After the blue color melt, which one of my least favorite hair colors, I think, was that. I was actually in England. My hair had faded so much, and I was in England and I was like, I don't have hair dye. This is Kaylin's favorite hair. So basically what I did was I went to England and I filmed a collab with Helen Anderson and Zoe London. And I had them blindfold me and dye my hair. And they ended up doing the most beautiful, it was like purple and like royal blue sort of like hair mix kind of thing. It was really pretty, and I had that for a little bit, but it ended up fading out too, and then it was just like, it was time to overhaul my hair. It was time to like get my roots done, get new extensions, that sort of thing. So I believe I had the blue purple in October, and then once I got home and it was faded, I ended up going to see a hairstylist. And can you guess what color we went back to? Pink. So I did a full video about the color transformation going back to pink from like the blue and purple. And so I went back to pink in November of 2016, and then I was pink literally, oh my god, November, December, 3 months. 3 months I was pink for, and then I was like, it's time for something new. So we did opal hair. This was another Sally Beauty collab. This turned out absolutely beautiful, but this was like impossible to upkeep because the colors were so light, and because you did so many like little strands of different colors. I knew it was gonna be like a one-time thing. So I had opal hair in January of 2017, and that literally lasted a month. February of 2017, I was like, I need to do something to my hair. Let's go peach. Peach was like the last hair color on my wheel. Actually, no, there's one more hair color I didn't do, neon yellow. I really wanted neon yellow hair. And I regret not having done that before I went brown, but it's fine. And then in March of 2017, I was basically like, my hair is done. My hair was like the worst, most damaged at this point, and I was like, it's time to go back to brown. I was also dealing with like a really crappy breakup at the time, and you know, like when they say when you go through like big life changes, you change your hair. So I was just like, you know what? Let's go back to brown. I dyed my hair brown and I felt so confident, and I spent like the next year, basically as my hair would grow, we would chop off an inch. Like it would grow a little bit more, chop off an inch. So we got to the point where for like a year my hair looked the same length, but it was just because we just kept cutting off all the dead bleached hair. And now this is lightened and it's blonde, but it's so healthy. Like my hair is the smoothest, softest it's ever been, and I feel like my hair is at a really good point. I oftentimes think about the really dark brown hair and how good that looked on me, and I think about going back to that pretty often, but I feel like I've stuck with this for so long. I've had this for like, I'd say 2 years. So that has been my hair color timeline journey. Thank you for coming along with me. It was actually so funny to realize every time I would go a different color, I'd have it for like 2 or 3 months and then I would go back to pink. Pink was always home for me. I kept trying to branch out, but then I'd come right back. I hope that this was like a nice little trip down memory lane for you guys. It was for me. I would love to know what your favorite hair color of mine was, other than pink, because we know it's pink. I would say I loved the peach hair. Peach was really cool. So let me know down below in the comments what your favorite hair color of mine was. And was there a color that I didn't do that you really wanted me to? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.